Hey, hey, shalom, shalom. Of course, let me check the the live video. For some reason, it's not showing up. One sec. Slovakia. Slovakia. It's not showing up on if I'm live or not. All right, we're good. All right, good. We're good. All right, so hold up, Slovakia.
No one seems to know this, but Amazon
Okay, the title of the show is excuse the ebonics. They just sound better. But these prophecies ain't speaking, they're screaming. All right, again, these prophecies ain't speaking, they're screaming. All right, and there's a strike going on, 45,000 strong. That's basically going to affect the dock workers, the dock union workers. Which, if that's the case, a lot of different so-called platforms or information is coming out that there's going to be a major strike from the biggest union I think I read or saw in the country. All right, dealing with dock workers. So we all know the outcome of that if that were to happen. October 1st, whatever have you. Even if it doesn't happen then, that's one of the biggest ways that a famine could come to pass, or the aftermath of that. So anyway, which is biblical prophecy. All right. So without further ado, first off, I'll say, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Ruach Kodesh, Thawada, Yahweh, for giving us Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who have the 100% spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Ashai in them. Double honors to the CT bishops, elders of GMS, Arbeg Akim, and greetings and salutations to the Akim in this country and all over the world who are prophesying in the true name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, which is none other than the power of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody who are descendants from those people on their father's side. All right, shalom to those who are scattered abroad. All right, all over the world. I'm Yaquab, Lord willing, servant King Yahushai. All right, son of Abba Yahweh. Okay, and what I have here, I have an article I want to read that was sent to me from beloved brother, Elder Karab out of the NY camp. And I'm going to read this article. The title is U.S. Supply Chain Risk Escalate with Potential 45,000 Strong Dock Worker Strike. All right, this is dated September 23rd. Today's the 26th. That was 3 days ago, so it was a Monday or Tuesday? Monday. And, when he sent me this, Elder Karab, the brother Karab, the beloved brother, I texted him back. I said, yeah, I did see something on this. like a week before, like last week. I thought I saved it. I don't know if it was a video or a quick post, but what I read, I saw that there was going to be a big strike from the biggest union organization as far as labor unions in America, which is the dock which work with the dock working system, whatever you want, however you phrase it. All right, and now I'm gonna read this article. I didn't read it yet. I just read the title, and we're gonna read it together. And then I have a scripture or two to bring out, because again, the title, going back to the title, little bonics, but these prophecies, ain't screaming, all right? Excuse me, ain't speaking, they screaming. Matter of fact, let's start off with that first before I go into the scripture. Before I go into this article, that's Habakkuk, one of my favorite scriptures, and one of the clearest scriptures in the Bible, man. It talks about the latter days, and these prophecies I'm talking about is like the MOTB, everything that supports the MOTB technology, right? It's out there. It's out there, man. There's no denying it. All right. Famine, which just shows going into moral decay, the economy plummeting down, civil war or civilians having war with each other, whether it be class wars, race wars, political wars, all right, gender wars, all right. You have wars or rumors of wars all over the world, all right. So everything's pointing towards ill times, ill will, right? Which a lot of these projections, case in point, this video with the largest union workers strike in the nation, which basically, if that happens, a lot of shipment that's gonna come into the U.S., right? They're not gonna come in anymore. Whether it be a lot of things with textiles, clothes, or certain technologies with businesses, but the major thing that's going to be affected is the food. All right. So if they have this strike, one of the major things that comes in daily, on a daily basis in the docks, the ports of the U.S., right, is food, right? And we know that there's no food delivered, right, from the biggest union strike members in the country, then the aftermath is a guaranteed famine. The aftermath also is food prices rising, because remember, whatever is scarce, right, the actual product gets more value. All right, so if food becomes scarce or rare, it will be more expensive. Inflation, so the economy will go out of whack, just like the Bible prophesies, man. So with all this, these bad intentions or these bad outcomes happening, it all points to biblical prophecy, man. It all points to a dangerous time, because when you have no food, the statistics show, under 3 weeks of no eating, your mind turns on itself. All right, this is where cannibalism, all right, is in the scriptures, and it's coming back in full swing. All right, civil unrest, people breaking in people's homes trying to get food and survive. That's a reality, because all this points to that. So with all these things happening to a degree where, you're gonna die, all right, or whatever have you, it all points that we need a savior. There's nothing. All these outcomes, whether it be economy, food, or war, we all need to be saved from that, and nothing in this realm, all right, can do that. It's going to get so bad that only divine intervention is going to help. All right, that divine intervention is prophesied in the scriptures, man. And the Lord's going to intervene and save the elect. So anyway, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1, it reads, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Again, it reads, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. So that says a lot there in that first verse in Habakkuk. But basically, the analogy is standing upon your watch and set me upon the tower. Like we always break down, a city is not a city without the citizens, all right? And what protects citizens, like the days of old, not the borderless walls of America, but usually what you have protecting a city are walls, or your leaders. You know, so in the ancient world, you had, you know, your city, and it was protected by walls, like for example, Great Wall of China. You know, and you had the leaders of or top soldiers on those towers, all right, to look over enemy lines, okay, and so that's what the analogy is. So the soldiers, right, the foot soldiers of the men of the Lord, because the Lord is a man of war. Okay, let's get that real quick. All right, if you're a man of war, we know that the Lord is a Lord of Sabaoth, and that's a military statement or a military term, which means Lord of armies. All right, Lord of armies. So he's general, commander in chief. All right. So if he's general commander in chief, that means the Lord has soldiers. All right. And that's who the prophets are. That's who his men are. Exodus 15, verse 3. It reads, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Plain and simple. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Okay. And that's talking about the Most High right there. All right. That's on all capital letters. And the Lord is just like the Father. All right. Just like, you know, if you have a father in your life, you're just like your father in a lot of ways, right? Ain't no different when the Heavenly Father and the Son, all right? We're talking about the Father of fathers, Yahweh, and the Son of sons, Yahweh Shai. All right, he's the perfect Son, okay? So you know he's going to act just like the Father, all right? So he's a man of war. Well, his name is the Lord of Sabaoth, the Lord of armies, all right? So in a way to prove that whoever believes in the Lord's men are soldiers, all right? And one of the duties of a soldier is to protect his village or his people or his citizens, right? So the analogy in Habakkuk references the prophets, the soldiers of the Most High, who are watching out for what? The prophecies, which are not good things, all right? This is prophecies that are, like this video, going into a great famine in the land. So we're warning our people because we see it, right? Another key word for a prophet was a seer, right? We see these things happening through the Holy Spirit of the Lord. Salak. All right, Habakkuk 2:1, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. I will watch to see what he will say unto me, right? And what I shall answer when I am reproved. So the whole thing's to be a the whole way you can even watch in the first place, and to be a soldier, to look out for enemies, to crossing, you know, to infiltrate or break into your city, your compound, whatever. You got to be reproved to even get to that point, right? So to be a man of the Lord, right, and to protect the Lord's people, you got to be reproved to even be at that position, all right? For you to even go out there and watch out for the enemy. All right, and how are you approved? You're approved by what? Acknowledging his commandments, which are orders, right? Because soldiers take orders, they take commandments, right? Command, right? So a lot of similarities to a man of the Lord and a soldier. Well, they are. That's what we are. We are taking. So it's an order to go out here and wait and protect our people, man. All right. And again, you don't get to that point without being reproved, without being corrected, which means you have to acknowledge the commandments, right? Acknowledge the order, right? Because soldiers are put in order, right? To acknowledge him and to believe. And this is how we are reproved. All right. Right. And it says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. All right. So, you know, basically when we get reproved, which is ultimately to acknowledge his commandments, his orders, no different from when a soldier gets orders and commandments. Once you get those commandments and those orders, which are, again, the law, statutes, commandments, ultimately in its purest form is to wake up our people in this time. Part of it, you know what I mean? You're supposed to run that readeth it, right? So the plain upon tables is the understanding. You know, like one of my other favorite precepts, I'll just quote it, Proverbs 8 and 9. It is all plain to him that understandeth, and right to him, to them that find knowledge. All right. So, you know, the Lord made this plain upon us, all right, to get this understanding. The elect, the government body elect, right, that he may run that readeth it, meaning we quickly get in line, get in position, right? For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, pertaining to the title, right? It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. What vision? The vision of the prophecies. Did not the prophets get visions, right? All right, and wrote them down. That's what we just read here, right? Write the vision. You see verse 2. So verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. So we're reading the visions, right? The prophets, we're reading the visions that the Lord gave us. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, and these visions, these prophecies have set times, right? So we're at the latter time, man. You know, where there's a prophecy of ultimately Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, which we identify through the wickedness and the current state of understanding of a nation. America points to that. Babylon. Babylon means confusion. There's no more nation more confused than the American nation, man, by their policies, all right, by their philosophies. You know, same-sex marriages, the LGBT community, kids getting puberty changes, all right, before they even hit puberty. I mean, sex changes, so-called sex changes, spliced seeds, spliced GMOs, mixed foods, you know, poison foods, etc., man. And especially the wickedness that happened to our people. Slavery, right? And we're in the worst form of slavery now, through the mind. You know, the best slave is to think that he's free when he's not. You got these, especially our people, think they're free, all right, and want to be in this position. Stay in this position. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end of it shall speak. And what's speaking now is all the prophecies of wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes on diverse places. You know, Jersey, New York, you got an earthquake. You got proxy wars and wars happening all over the world. All right. You have financial markets all over the world. Well, really in America collapsing. You got other nations making allies with each other against America, man. Right? You have nuclear technology, nuclear fire, right? That desolates, and creates wastelands. Right? You have technology today that create a wasteland. We're not talking about your town or your block. We're talking about states. All right, parts of countries that can be wiped out today. Right, and that all points to biblical prophecy. It says, "And not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." Right. So I had to start off with that one because it's not only speaking, but it's screaming and yelling, man. Okay, these prophecies, it's too clear. All right, so I wanted to read that real quick. So let me read this article real quick. Matter of fact, let me see if I could. I wasn't gonna do it, but I'll do it anyway. You can see what I'm reading. Matter of fact, let me. Oh, still not clear. Hold on, slack you out there. I'm gonna get a camera soon for the phone. I mean, for the computer. I'll have to do it the bootleg way. All right, that's better. All right. So let's read this. So as you can see, this is again what the brother Karabamoth sent me, Elder Karab. And like I said, I saw something like this even before he sent it to me. I was trying to find it, but I can't. But still good info. So let's read. It says, U.S. supply chain risk escalate with potential 45,000 strong dock worker strike. All right, of all the strikes in the world, any businesses or you don't want strikes at the dock, man. That's the least place you want a strike to happen. It says operations at around 36 U.S. ports are in limbo as a union strike looms. The description spanning the East Coast down to the Gulf, all the way from Searsport, Maine, to Brownsville, Texas, could spell disaster for both domestic and foreign supply chains across multiple sectors. All right, so this is a big deal because it affects other parts of the world as well. It says it would be the first coast-wide dock worker strike in American shores since 1977. All right, the biggest or first coast-wide dock worker strike, a whole coast. It says, and the threat of its arrival comes as about 45,000 members of an International Longshoremen's Association. Yeah, that's what it was called. ILA, I think, is like the biggest union workers, something to that effect in the nation, are seeking a new agreement with U.S. Maritime Alliance before their contract expires. A labor strike could affect the global supply chain, leading to delays, shortages, and rising costs at a time when inflationary pressures and economic uncertainties already weigh heavily on the economy. Ports staffed by ILA members, including those in New York, New Jersey, and Savannah, Georgia, are vital for the important export of goods in the U.S. and receive 41% of the United States port volume, the Financial Times reported. That's a big deal. 41%. of the port volume comes through this union. Okay, so that's damn near 50. It says, quote, a strike at this point in time would have devastating impact on the economy, warned Coalition 177 trade groups in a letter to Sleepy Joe Biden. Cargo diversions and other contingency plans have been set into motion by shippers and logistic providers, including shifting volumes to West Coast ports, CBS reported. All these options come with higher costs and their own set of challenges. So if they were to offset this to a different coast, it's still going to be a lot of money to get it from the east to the west to continue ship docking or shipment docking. Good point here. With the holiday shopping season approaching, business may be forced to scramble for alternatives to meet consumer demand, risking either product shortages or costly air freight shipments to maintain inventories. Yep. So all across the board is going to be bad, man. Fruit prices will go up, or whatever is getting shipped is going to go up. The materials that are made to make these things that are being shipped that are scarce are going to go up. Shipping in general is going to go up. Ordering things is going to go up. Everything's going to go up, man. Let me see. Prolonged disruption across East Coast ports would send shockwaves through supply chains worldwide, particularly for industries relying on just-in-time inventory systems or specialized materials. Given the interconnected nature of global commerce, the consequences of even short-term strike could reverberate beyond the U.S. Let me see what else I can read. It's my first time reading it too, so with this. Right, mitigation. I actually forget what that word means. Mitigation is the act of mitigating something or the state of being mitigated, the process of result of making something less severe, dangerous, painful, harsh, or damaging. So trying to lessen the blow. All right. Let's read this first paragraph. It says the specter of the worker strike serves as a reminder of the fragility of supply chains and adds another snarl to the global shipping landscape atop ongoing attacks from Houthi militants in the Red Sea and broader geopolitical tensions. See, I'm not going to read too much more. What's this here? Costco's new membership card readers streamline store access, inventory management. What is this? Some kind of chip thing? Card scanners. Well, everything's going to be scanned in the palm of your hand. All right. So that's another step proven biblical prophecy. So a lot of technology is going into it's called passive technology. The MOTB is passive technology, meaning you pass your UPC code to get through a gate, or to buy something without with passing, with waving your hand, or like when you have a card and you live in a gated community. You know what I mean? You flash your card in the sensor where the gate is, and the gate just opens up. That's called passive technology. Basically, radio frequency is passive technology. All right, so there's nothing else to really read here. Okay, we get the point. U.S. supply chain risks escalate with potential 45,000 strong dock workers. So, a big deal. And as you can see, if this happens, the outcome is gonna be major, man. As far as one of them is hunger. And price is skyrocketing because, again, when something's scarce or rare, the prices go up for that. All right, so let me get I'm thinking about one, my servants shall eat. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 65:13. All right, because at the end of the day, the wicked, they're going to be, you're going to suffer. All right, you're going to suffer. All the wicked, basically all the people who don't believe in the Lord, who don't believe in his order and his commandments, who have mocked his men, who have mocked his truth, you're done for, and you're going to suffer in a bad way. All right, and we don't told you through the Spirit what the Lord told you. His soldiers, Isaiah 65:13, it reads, all right, I gotta start up. Isaiah 65:11. It says, "But ye," it sounds like Proverbs, the first chapter. It says, "But ye are they that forsake the Lord, the Most High, that forgot my holy mountain." Excuse me. "But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain," the nation of Israel. That you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody from those people on their father's side, 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. "But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore I will number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Again, therefore I will number you to the sword," meaning death. All right. The Lord has commissioned and still commissioning daily. It's only going to rise exponentially very soon, man, where mass death is around the corner. We're talking about thousands upon thousands, even millions dying in a moment, right? A lot of platforms, whatever have you, are projecting 2025 of billions of people dying. All right, so you ain't seen nothing yet. This world's gonna change, man, and you're gonna know it's not of man. All right, the effects when the Lord shows His power, which is through death, right? Death by pain. That's when you want to listen. "Therefore I will number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter," meaning if you mark for death, you mark for death. All right, you're going to bow down to that. Because when I called, you did not answer. And He's calling you through the prophets, right? "Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets, saying, How long will you simple ones love simplicity. Basically means stupid. Being simple is stupid. You gotta be a bacteria brain size dummy to believe in this place called America, man, or voting, or a place that created Jim Crow laws and segregation laws, and still believe in this bitch called America, when their first answer for you was to put you in chains and to destroy your families, to test out certain chemicals on you or treatments. You got to be an idiot. You got to be a complete idiot, all right, to believe in a society, especially the way we've been treated through the centuries, but especially now, and all the lies that's been hidden from our people, and you still believe in this place called America. Therefore, thus said the Lord, because when I called, you did not answer. When I spoke, ye did not hear, right? But did evil before mine eyes, and did choose not the wherein I delighted not, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. And basically, in the flesh, people are even who hear this word, right, or even teaching about Israel, they're not doing what the Lord's delight. The Lord's delight is what Revelation 19 and 10. The Spirit of the Lord is the Spirit of prophecy, right? If you ain't prophesying, you're not a prophet. That's the Lord's delight. The Most High loves His prophets. The Lord said, if you do with my commandments, I'll love you more than your mother doeth. That's an Apocrypha, all right? So the things that you delight in is being a sellout, all right? Teaching lies to our people, not talking about the prophecies, not standing upon your watch, which means you're not following the orders. You haven't been reproved to go up there and protect the citizens of Israel, right? Looking over the tower like we talked about in Habakkuk. That's the Lord's delight. He sets you up as soldiers or men or His men to protect His people, all right? By way of prophecy, speaking to them, the words of prophecy, right? We are to warn you about the MOTB, famines, all the bad intentions lined up for the destruction of the wicked, but to wake up the elect, to wake up the believers to salvation, man, because that's glory, all right? It's going to glorify Yahweh Shai and make Him look good at the end of the day on another level. Make this truth look good. Make the Lord look good, man. Okay. So it says, behold, my servant shall, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat. And servants means to basically worship. All right, I bet you if I look up that word, I'm writing the blue letter right now. So let me look it up right now. Servants. It goes back to a word abad, I believe, which means to worship. Right? So they're synonymous. So my servants my servants shall eat. Let's look up that word servant. That's right, ibad, and it means a manservant, a bondman, you see? So a servant of the Lord is their bondman, meaning what? We're bonded to Yahweh Shai, man. All right, tied up. All right, linked. A bond. All right, bondage. Bond servant. Okay, a slave, a servant. That's right, we're slaves to the Lord, man, righteously. All right, that's where you want to be a slave for the Lord. All right, worshipers. That's what it really ultimately means. Worshipers of the Most High. Here we go. In a special sense, the prophets, the Levites, which we're all the spirit of Levi, right? the priests. We're all kings and priests. A servant of Israel. See, as a form of address between equals. So yeah, basically all of that we're bonded. So the servants of the Lord are the ones who are bonded to him. All right. And you're not bonded to the Lord without worshiping him. That's how you serve him. All right. So it says, again, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Right. And yeah. Okay. If they go on this strike, there's going to be a lot of hungry people in the world, but especially, all right, Babylon the Great. All right, especially Babylon the Great. All right, there's going to be hunger if this stupid cameraman this strike take place. All right. So, yeah, I mean, it's not far-fetched. Okay, the outcome of the biggest union in the country, all right, is going to affect food prices, food stocking, food shipments, all right, no access. But we're reading it right here. What's going to happen to the men of the Lord, the ones who believe in the Lord? Well, they're going to eat, man. My servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. The wicked, you're going to be hungry. All right. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. And that's talking about eating and also spiritually. All right. In that day, we were going to be spiritually fed through the word of the Lord, through the Holy Spirit, and also our bellies are going to be filled too. All right. Really going to be, the faith is going to even rise to another level. All right. Many great things are going to happen. How the Lord is going to make his servants eat. It says, behold, my servants shall sing. Because remember, getting this knowledge too is a form of eating, the bread of life, which is Yahushai. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart. You see, heart meaning your lobby mind. But ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for the vexation of spirit. Yeah, because a lot of people are going to know, like, damn, we done effed up, not listening to the Lord's men, his soldiers, his servants, his bondmen. We didn't listen to the Lord's bondmen. Now look at us. I can see my ribs. I can't eat. All right. And I'm not getting spiritually fed. Okay. I was too busy doing party Passovers. Hey, shalom, brother. G-Minutes likeness. Shalom. I was too busy doing party Passovers. I was too busy saying I'm king, priest, chief, whatever. I was too busy having garment shows. Garment show. What is it? The garment award. I was too busy making rap albums when you got no skills. I was too busy toting guns when the true, weapon of the Lord is his truth. All right. Just too busy being a demon, man. So yeah, you're going to find out. Damn, I done effed up. I should have listened to the prophets. I should have respected my teachers, the apostles. Right? I should have listened not to take the MOTB. Right? Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart. Yeah, because the mind of the elect, the minds of the ones who believe, you think we believe now. You think we believe now. Wait till things escalate, man. That's the beautiful thing about this truth. We already believe, but we didn't have to, believe. We didn't have to see the things to believe. All right. So our faith is just going to go to another level, man, which is, you know, a very powerful thing to meditate on, you know, to see how our faith will rise. You know, that's the exciting part of it. That's why we're going to have joy of heart, because we know we that much closer to Yahweh Shai coming to save us, man. All right, but the wicked, you're gonna howl for vexation of spirit. All right, you're gonna be killing yourself. All right, um, losing your mind. All right, that you didn't live. And I'm talking about people who know they're Israel. All right, this talk about all the wicked, but really people who know they're Israel and fucked around. You're gonna really lose it, man. Especially you false prophets. Okay, and ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord power shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name, that he who blesseth himself in the earth shall bless himself in the Most High of truth, and he that sweareth in the earth shall swear by the power of truth, because the former troubles are forgotten, and because they are hid from mine eyes. For behold, I create a new heaven and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. And we're coming to that. But I didn't mean plan to read this. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, the 12 tribes, and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. Yeah, so basically talking about the kingdom, you know, and what we're about to receive by keeping our faith, you know. So, you know that, the joyfulness is we're gonna be joyful, man. The men of the Lord, while all this shit hits the fan, remember, we're gonna still go through shit. You know, we're still gonna be tested, of course, even unto death. All right. But you already know that death is you got first class tickets in the chariots. Okay. And then also, there's going to be a lot of great things happening in these times to glorify the Lord. And we're talking about spiritual power. All right. We're talking about waking up people from the dead, waking up a brother from the dead, healing the sick, healing the blind. All right. You got people in you got people, your immediate family, your kids, your wife, maybe they got an ailment. You're going to be able to heal them through the Spirit. All right. You got believers out there who have ailments. We're going to be able to heal them. You're gonna see men of the Lord protect their families. One or two men. All right. Well, it says in the scriptures, 5 shall chase 1,000, 10 should put 100 to flight, then 10,000 to flight. We're coming into some great times, man. All right. And when you see these things happen, our heads are gonna explode of joy, because we know Yahweh Shai is about to crack the sky, man. All right, and then crack Esau over his damn head. All right, so yeah, man. Again, back to the title. These prophecies ain't speaking; they're screaming. Okay, and if this dock strike takes place, you know the outcome. Okay, a lot of shipments gonna close. Technical devices you need, gas. All right, but most importantly, for you to live, you need food. All right, nothing else matters but food, right? And the only who's gonna be getting fed are his servants. But furthermore, in those days, fed through the Spirit, of understanding by the glory of the Lord happening all around us, but also while it's happening, getting the knowledge of the Lord, teaching the faithful out there. All right, while we're out there in the wilderness, wherever we may be. All right, so that was it. So with that, I can't do short shows. Time for bed now. But anyway, with that, I pray you were edified. All right, and yeah, this is a good news for the elect. All right, and I hope this happens. Okay, along with all the other things. All right, because again, it will affect food. It will affect the economy, other economies. All right, this is getting too obvious, man. Getting too obvious. All right. Hey, Shalom, Shakwa Ayash. All right. Your Pa family on the comment board. Okay. So with that, I would like to say, Kal Halal, Yahweh Ba'ashim El Shai, Bahashim, Rakwa Kwadash, Tawada Yahweh for giving us Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles. All right, elders of GMS Big Akim. Double honors to the CT bishops, Akim, our big brothers, Akim. And salutations to you brothers in this country and all over the world, prophesying in the true name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai. All right, in truth, the soldiers of the Most High, the servants of the Most High. All right, so with that, Shalom.